subscribe. Hello everyone, and welcome to a new video where we are going to keep learning a lot of interesting facts about dinosaurs. As you can see, we are already joined by a Velociraptor and a big Carnotaurus. Look at how cool this figure is! We will learn a lot of interesting facts, like for example that the Carnotaurus had 2 horns on the top of its head. And according to the latest research, these horns weren't very big. So it's thought that it used them to deliver powerful charges and blind its opponents. Super interesting! We'll find out more information later. We're also going to use the big Encyclopedia of Dinosaurs, which you know I love, because inside we have a ton of interesting information along with lots of drawings. I love it! And now, let's take a look at the dinosaurs that will be with us today. They're inside this box. Let's see! Let's see! And look! There are a lot of different figures. This one here is even soft. Let's take them all out to learn their names and their characteristics. Let's see which one comes out first. And we have a little baby dinosaur. But it's not just any dinosaur. I'm sure many of you are already recognizing it. It's Little Blue, a fictional dinosaur that appears in the movie Jurassic World. Also, look, it's awake, but if we pet the top of its head, it falls completely asleep. Blue is a dinosaur that has been created through genetic modification. DNA from different types of dinosaurs has been used, including the Velociraptor. She is characterized by her gray color, with a blue stripe that gives her the name Blue. As a true Velociraptor, she has a strong claw on her hind legs, shaped like a hook. If we press it again, Blue wakes up, opening her eyes and her jaw. She was a very intelligent dinosaur. And also, sometimes she could interact with humans. But that's only in the movies, since Blue didn't exist in real life. Now, let's get to know other dinosaurs that really did exist on planet Earth, like this great Spinosaurus, for example. The figure is impressive because of all the details it has. As you know, the Spinosaurus got its name from its spines because of this large crest of spines it had along the top part of its body. As you can see, it's a bipedal dinosaur that walked on its hind legs. However, its front legs were also quite large and strong, so it could also walk on all fours. The most impressive thing was its jaw, super long and wide, very similar to that of modern crocodiles and full of teeth. In addition, Spinosaurus mainly fed on marine animals, so it usually submerged itself in the water, leaving its whole body underwater except for this large sail of spines. Therefore, it looked like a sailboat. The best thing about this figure is that if we turn it around, wow, we have the complete skeleton, or rather what would be the fossil remains of the great Spinosaurus. The fossils of dinosaurs have remained underground for millions of years, and now paleontology studies them and helps us discover new information about them. Let's leave it here, and let's continue with another one.
Indeed.
We have a small baby inside, but it's not a dinosaur. It's actually a flying reptile. Also, the figure is slightly soft. The Pteranodon had a long beak, and it used it to catch its favorite food, which was also fish. It had a large crest, a big horn on the back of its head, and it had super long wings, although here, since it's still a baby, they haven't developed yet. As you can see, its wings are folded, and it still has the shape of the egg, very round, so we can even throw the little figure as if it were a ball. In the Encyclopedia, we have more information about the Pteranodon. It tells us that its name means winged and toothless. Let's go! In the drawing, we can see that its crest is much wider than on the figure. And an interesting fact is that on the lower part of its beak, it had a pouch, very similar to that of pelicans, to store food. We can see that inside its beak it has a fish. It's here, in the middle of the ocean, trying to hunt. It also used the rocks to hold on and wait until it found a fish or some food.
Que saliese saltando del agua. Y seguimos con otro diferente.
Look, what do you think if this time we see one of the greatest predators that has ever existed? Very.
Es el gran Tiranosaurio Rex. La figura es impresionante y también emite sonidos.
I love it because it's articulated. We can move both the back legs and the front legs. What was great about the great Tyrannosaurus Rex was its huge jaw. Just its head alone could already measure more than 1.5 meters in length, and its jaw was made up of a total of 60 sharp teeth. When the T-Rex reached adulthood, it could measure about 14 meters in length from its mouth to the tip of its tail. It also had a small spiny crest that ran along the whole top of its back. Let's see how it moves. Watch what happens if we press its tail. It moves its front legs at the same time as it raises and lowers its neck and opens and closes its jaw. I also love the eye. As you can see, it comes with a super cool glass effect. Also, even though it's made of hard plastic, we do have this detail of the tongue made from a softer plastic. The Tyrannosaurus Rex lived on planet Earth during the Cretaceous period more than 65 million years ago. Let's see which one is next. How about we take out this dinosaur head? Thank you! Let's see. And look how soft it is. Obviously, it's a carnivorous dinosaur, and from the horns, we already know it's a big Carnotaurus. We saw it at the beginning of the... It has a hole in its mouth. Let's see what happens if we squeeze it, because we've already noticed that it's super soft. 1, 2, 3! Wow! And as you can see, this big dinosaur is throwing up. It looks like it has eaten too much. They're Orbeez balls of different colors. That makes it very relaxing. It's like a Carnotaurus turned into a stress ball. Super fun! Another one over here. We still have some left inside the box. And here we have a herbivorous dinosaur. Even though it looks very scary, this dinosaur actually only ate plants. It's called Therizinosaurus. It was known for its super long front legs with 3 huge claws. It used them for various things. For one thing, it used them to defend itself from predators, waving them up and down very quickly. As you can see, its whole body was covered in feathers, but they were especially longer and bushier on its tail. Also, in this figure, they're super colorful, and I really like that a lot. It also had a rather long neck and feathers on the top of its head. As I was saying, it used these claws to defend itself, but also to be able to pull vegetation from the tops of the trees. It used its claws like knives to break the branches and then eat. It also had a small beak at the tip of its mouth, which it used to dig in the ground in search of food. A truly fascinating dinosaur. We still have some dinosaurs left inside. And look, this is another one of the small figures. This time it's a marine reptile called Mosasaurus. I love the figure. As you can see, it had 4 fins. The 2 front fins were slightly bigger than the back ones, and it had a tail that wasn't very long either. What I like most about this figure, the Mosasaurus, is that if you press on the back, it opens and closes its jaw. Look, that lets it catch things. It can even bite the dinosaurs. It can also bite our fingers. Oops! Help! Help! Mosasaurus, let me go! The Mosasaurus was a giant of the oceans. It was able to catch large marine prey. In the Encyclopedia, we have more interesting information, in addition to these drawings showing the Mosasaurus hunting. As you can see, with its large jaw, it has managed to catch the neck of an Elasmosaurus. It tells us that Mosasaurus means Mosa reptile. It could reach approximately between 3 meters and 9 meters in length from its tail to the tip of its mouth. We are also seeing some prehistoric turtles around here. It could also hunt some of them.
Shh. Another one over here. We only have a few figures left inside. And look, a decorative element. It looks like we have a nest of eggs.
We'll leave it next to the babies. Let's continue with another dinosaur. This time we got a duplicate. Oh, we got a Carnotaurus again. In this box, we've had 3 different Carnotaurus figures. However, this time it makes sounds, and its eyes light up green. I love the color it has, blue with these shades of red. I love the figure because we can also put it in different poses. For example, lying down, standing up or crouching, as if it were eating some prey on the ground. We'll leave it here. And we have the last figure left in the box. I need your help for this figure. As you can see, it's quite a large figure. I would say it's a herbivorous dinosaur, but I couldn't tell you for sure what its name is. We can tell from some of its features that it's a quadrupedal dinosaur. It was one of the duck-billed ones, I would say, judging by the shape of its mouth. And look, it had a really big crest on the top of its head. With all this information, if any of you know the name of this dinosaur, you can send me a message so I can look up information about it. And now we've finished today's video. Here we have all the dinosaurs we've learned about. If you liked this video, you can help me by giving me a big thumbs up. And I invite you to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any videos. And now, it's time to say goodbye. See you in the next video with more amazing dinosaurs. Goodbye!